ago. I don't know what that was about. Just OBS being OBS, I guess. Alright. Do I have sound now? Yeah, okay. See, this is why I need people in the room. Yeah. Sometimes OBS doesn't save which audio device I used. I don't know why. Anyway, I was just saying that I actually feel pretty good right now. I'm tired because I just played Beat Saber for an hour. But other than that, the last 3 days, I haven't felt nauseous at all. And actually yesterday, I almost was like, almost in a manic phase where I was just like, I'm going to do all the things. And of course, most of the stuff I did won't bring in any money. I mean, I, made ads for a, yeah, I always blame Windows. Made ads for a karaoke video going live today for $9 plus Patreon donors, and I got my next chapter for my web novel set up to release today. It should be out already. I had it set up to go out at 10. I also made chapters 1 through 8 free and created that 18 plus account for the as intended versions of the stories, because chapter 9 is where I mentioned kind of sex stuff for the first time. And posted about it on Tumblr. There's at least one person who has been reading my story because they asked me questions about it on Tumblr. Like, at first they were like, how do you write your sex scenes? Like, when I try to write a sex scene, it all just seems like body parts smashing into each other. And so I gave them a very long-winded answer to that. And then yesterday they asked how I come up with my character names, because they're like, Lysander and Yuli are such interesting names. Yuli is a bit character. And so I wrote a long-ass answer about that. How originally I actually wrote that whole romantasy book, and then I was just going to briefly indulge in this music one, and now the music one, I surpassed 1,300 pages yesterday, and that's, 8.5 by 11 pages. I was writing more today, and freaking Theo had another panic attack, and I was like crying as I was writing it. And I was like, Theo, no, I have to do my live stream soon. So that's why I did some Beat Saber, even though I knew I was coming up to the live stream time, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to start my live stream feeling all weepy because my main character in my story is having another panic attack. Anyway, but it's good writing. It's just sad. It's not all sad though. There's a lot of funny, happy stuff in the story, I promise. Anyway, so theoretically I have the DLC ready to go. I bought it on Steam yesterday, and Steam is set to always update my games that are installed, and it didn't even show up on the updates. But when I go to properties for Lies of P, properties, and I go to updates. Yeah, let Steam decide when to update, which generally means whenever it is. Installed file, no, not installed files. DLC, yeah, it's checked. Lies of P Overture, so theoretically that means it's installed. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I got a lot done yesterday. It wasn't bring money in stuff. So, and Matthew picked up his friend from the hospital yesterday, the one that committed herself because she was so depressed, and she seems to be doing a lot better. She actually called me this morning just to chat, and I was a little like, okay, like, I wouldn't say we're friends. She's Matthew's friend, but, she's all alone in her apartment now and trying not to start smoking and drinking again, so I talked to her for a while, and then I was like, I'm sorry, I gotta get ready for my stream. So, yeah, I guess I'll just jump into it, and we'll see how it goes. As usual, I haven't touched Lies of P since the last stream, but I actually felt like playing earlier in the week almost. I almost wanted to play just for fun, which is wild. Play Lies of P for fun, not for a stream. What is that? But anyway, I finally logged into Ark for the first time yesterday after like 3 weeks of just playing Palworld with Matthew. And the thing that had been broken, that was a mod that it was a glider, so you could double jump and then float down, and it broke, so you could only run and run and jump, but you couldn't like do that. And I didn't really mind because I just ride my dinosaurs around, but Matthew never rides dinosaurs, and so he got really bitchy when that broke. He's like, I have to run everywhere. So he stopped playing Ark for a long time. But I logged in because if we don't log in at least every few weeks, then all our stuff will despawn. And it turns out they fixed the glider and they added a bunch. They rewrote a bunch of the other stuff on the mod and made it a lot easier as far as like storing items and everything like that. It's all created by this one guy, Hexen. Like, he must be a freaking genius coder because this mod is so crazy. The Arc Omega mod is just so crazy in depth, and yet he's done all of it himself. And I've like donated to him a couple of times, but like you don't have to donate to play for free. You have to pay $10 once for the overall mod, but like all the updates and everything are free, and it's just like it's amazing. So I was actually sad because I started playing Ark again yesterday, and then I remembered it was the PTA meeting. And I was like, God damn it. But the Psycho Bitch has not been to a PTA meeting in like three meetings. So she may have actually finally rage quit. I think I told you guys, but basically she was insisting that if she was like, I want to be in charge of a subcommittee, you know, whether it's the budgeting subcommittee or the social events sub or whatever, that she has to be, like she said it first, so she has to be it. But in district rules, it's up to the board, it's up to the president, blah, 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 to pick who's going to be in charge of the subcommittee. And so they told her, no, like we don't have to pick you. And being told no apparently triggered her so badly that she may have actually quit the PTA. Because remember at the beginning of the year, she tried to set up a rival PTA, but as expected, nobody joined it. I mean, maybe. I don't think anyone's heard from her. But it's just so funny. Like, it's funny in a sad way because she's such a malignant narcissist. And when I was talking to Matthew's friend, I was telling her about some of the shit that the Psycho Bitch has done. And the friend was like, is she Trump? And I was like, kinda, in some ways. She, makes up her own reality and just insists on it so vociferously that, if you're not used to dealing with a narcissist like that, you're like, wait, am I the one that's wrong? Because, I mean, this person is so convinced, they're trying to gaslight you, they're projecting on you or whatever, that until you're trained to deal with a person like that, you're like, maybe I'm the one who's wrong. But at this point, we've seen enough evidence of what an alternate reality she lives in. And I mean, like, I feel bad for her because there's clearly something mental going on. And apparently she like had brain cancer before and like they supposedly removed it. But our brains are so sensitive to how different person are, a stroke can completely change someone's personality even if they survive from it. And so, I feel bad, but at the same time, that's not an excuse to be a psycho bitch. I don't know. It's hard, man. When Matthew went to go pick up his friend from the psych ward, he was talking a little bit disparagingly about some of the other people there. And I was like, Matthew, let's remember to be compassionate. Even if someone is crazy, like, it's not polite to talk about them in disparaging terms because if you had food insecurity and housing insecurity and or couldn't afford psychiatric meds or, therapy or whatever, like, what would you be like? And I mean, Royal, you, not just Matthew. Because, like, before I started my mood stabilizers, I would have wild mood swings and I would just say things when I was all hyped up and then later be like, why the fuck did I say that? So, and I don't have as much mental distress as some people do. So I am thirsty. All I brought up was some butter. Well, it's not really buttermilk. It's more like yogurt milk. And strawberries, because the strawberries are going bad. Darksiders. What? Sorry, I'm just looking at my Play Next thing on Steam. Okay. Let's go ahead and start Lies of P and try to figure out how to start the DLC. And I will switch screens. Here we go. Lies of P. Compiling shaders. I want to play Paralives, not Parasocial. Paralives, the anti-Sims sim. Not really anti-Sims, but anti-capitalist sim. There we go. The one I keep talking about by that little French team that's been in development for like 5 years. Oh, these are bitter. Dang it. Yay! Whoa. Okay. So we did beat it. So I'm guessing... Did we click additional content? No. Do we click continue? How do we start the DLC? Emmerich disappeared, so we can't ask him. My costume. How do we start the DLC? Ah, there we go. Take the stars, Chrysalis, and go... Well, they're not bad yet. They're just... They're sour. I mean, it's rare to get fruit from our just regular cheapo... what do you call it? Grocery store and have it not be bitter. But, you know. Tis what it is. Okay. On this day, the new Cowboy Star Chrysalis. Okay, so... Oh, let's get our coins. What's my Legion arm right now? Oh yeah, fullness. Let's switch that. Can I get more Legion plugs in the DLC? That'd be nice. So Path of the Pilgrim is gonna be... See, I already have this one fully updated, so that's good. Anyway, Path of the Pilgrim is gonna be corrupted, unless it changes once we get there. Any valuables missing in regards to what? I kind of like this outfit now. It's very Shakespearean jester. You know what? Let's add the top hat. Now we're stylish. I'm destroying his hotness. All right. Let's go try out Inject Booster. Okay. Okay. Oh, it gives you a timer. That's new. I don't remember that. Anyway, this cake is great. You know, I should do karaoke songs, but it's just like video game songs. Not that any of my middle-aged nudist, middle-aged cis-male nudist followers are gonna know what any of the game songs are. Boss rematch. Okay. Where is it? There we go. Why do we gotta go all the way here? Oh, the bath. Such a dork. I miss when Raj used to come to our streams. He was big on dad jokes too. That must be a really strong statue arm to have a full body of a weight like that. Chip with my ridiculous costume. So I'm assuming all this DLC is canon. Butterfly! Kill it! That one's white, though. We haven't had white ones, right? We've had yellow and gold. Or no, blue and gold, or I don't remember.
Feels like they're trying to guide us somewhere.
Kind of loud. It's trying to guide us somewhere? What was your first clue, Jiminy? Gemini? Whatever your name is. I know we already looked. Oh, it didn't let us read it. Oh, this thing! I remember this thing! So then